again.
Dude, we're late for school.
How late?
About 7 years.
Hey there, it's been a while. Okay, a while is still unlikely, but that doesn't matter.
But Patch, you promised to give us weekly videos every Saturday. It's Wednesday, and you haven't posted in over a month.
Who said that?
That doesn't matter. You're not perfect, and neither am I, which brings me to today's topic, perfectionism in art. Yes, thank you. I know, that was an amazing segue. The best even. Some could even say it's... Have you spent hours staring at a blank screen, simply unable to draw because it won't look right? I know this is a very weird topic to come back to after disappearing for quite some time, but I felt like this was the right one to get back into the groove of making videos. I've made quite a few scripts for videos of tips that help me get better with my anatomy as a whole. But during that time, I realized I was drawing much less than before. I was so focused on perfectly drawing legs that I forgot to basically have fun while drawing. It's to the point where I barely worked on the OCs of my comic. I still haven't drawn a single line for the main character, which is kind of crazy to think about. I mean, I have a vague idea of what he's supposed to look like, but every time I try to draw him, I get paralyzed. What if he's not good enough? Are you sure you're ready to draw him? You'll be too plain. Wait till you're better at anatomy. These kinds of thoughts plague my mind every time I try to draw, making it harder to even draw him or anything else for that matter. This is especially so for my social media pages, which I've been neglecting. I've been scared to post anything because I really don't like how anything I draw looks. Well, with rare exceptions of course. But I grew up here to find a way to counter it. I started a 30-day drawing challenge. There were two goals for this. The first was to hopefully draw more attention to my social media and grow it, which was a total failure by the way, and the second was to help me just draw without caring about the results. And I think it's pretty evident if you're following me along the challenge. As you can probably tell from my voice, I got sick somewhere through the challenge and I'm still somehow sick even now. But not counting those sick days, I think I was pretty consistent and even got a chance to make a few drawings I really liked. So I guess you're wondering what's the point of this video? Am I telling you to do a 30-day drawing challenge to combat perfectionism? Oh no, but yes, but technically no. If you need a challenge to help you draw consistently, go for it. Post it online for everyone to help keep you accountable to your promise if you need it, but it's not necessary. It was just what worked for me. Most of the time, the drawings I really liked were completely unexpected. I was simply doodling and everything randomly clicked at one point or the other, and although those drawings still aren't perfect, they were really good in my opinion. I guess the point I'm trying to make is that don't aim for perfection when drawing. I know this is probably really obvious advice a lot of us have heard a lot of times, and it's really condescending coming from someone who's been drawing for only 1.5 years, but I think we sometimes need to be reminded of this. So, well, I've given you guys a message I needed to, wanted to, after feeling in the dumps about my art. I might as well also yap about what I do that helps me get over this need to create perfect art, right? Well, this is going to sound dumb as hell, but the first thing to do is draw.
Boo this man!
Wait, don't click off the video. I promise that's actually advice that helped me. Seriously. I tend to have this issue where I overthink things and end up not making a move at all. It's led to pretty awkward situations on the road when driving, and a very weird situation where I ended up failing an exam because I simply couldn't make a choice in the end. In situations like this, I've learned it's best to not give too much thought to it and simply draw. If you catch yourself spending several minutes looking at a blank screen, just make sure it isn't blank anymore. These could be random doodles, missing lines, gestural drawings, or very ugly portraits of Suzuka from Atarashigako. I'm so sorry, Suzuka. It doesn't matter how messy it looks. All that matters is that you started drawing. I don't remember the science behind it, but apparently doing this affects something in the brain, which then affects something in you, possibly the brain, making it easier to draw anything else. Another thing you can do is to accept that not everything you draw will be perfect every time you draw. Expecting to create masterpieces every time you draw, especially for fellow beginner artists, is like a beginner artist expecting to hit the fastest runtime each and every single time. There will be some days where the conditions are simply perfect and you'll make that 10 out of 10 you adore. But there will be other days when you make straight unlovable doo-doo, and most days you will make something completely average. Obviously, you are striving to have those 10 out of 10s, but it'll be best to not burden yourself with that, or you find yourself not drawing at all, which leads to more doo-doo days. Wow, I really went through close to 20 years of school just to write doo-doo days in a script for people to see. It's not my best work, okay? But I still chose to show it to you guys because I think it gets the point across, and although I did not really plan it, it accidentally serves as a good layup for my next point. Show your art to others more often. There was this trend on TikTok that went something like this.
I have a challenge for every single artist. Whatever you're drawing right now, post it. I don't care if it's not finished. I don't care if it's good. I don't care if it's bad. Go post exactly what you're doing right now. Don't even finish anything. Lift up the pencil and post it on TikTok. I need to see a video because most of you are just in your head. You're not posting art because you're scared of something. So stop being scared and actually post it.
I'm not sure if it's still happening since I prefer to steer clear of art talk in general, but I do really think it's a good idea. It invites people to stop waiting to make that perfect drawing and simply post it, regardless of what others might say or what they might think of their own artwork. Much like simply drawing, this helps remove that invisible paralysis that their desire for perfection creates. You realize it doesn't matter if your drawing is perfect. What that matters is that you actually draw. Mileage truly does matter, and leaving proof of it is better than having no proof of you working hard towards your goals. Next is to create a routine. For me, it was the 30-day drawing challenge as well as a couple of other stuff I do privately. But like all, or most good advice, there is some good reason to it. When you have a routine, you don't think much about it. You simply do your warm-up and your body automatically goes into drive state. You're more likely to make something you love if you have a simple habit that warms you up. Stuff like having your references prepared, doing warm-up gestures, having the right dumb mommy ASMR playing in the background.
Do you even know what wearing that means? It means you'll be my very own puppy. You're gonna be doing everything that I say without thinking twice. And you'll always obey me.
And the last thing I have to say is to consume old content from the people you adore. Check out their background, look at everything they've ever posted. It will become pretty obvious that they never started out with masterpieces. And this doesn't apply to artists alone. I'm pretty sure you've all watched shows, listened to music, and read books where you believe the creators were geniuses, but I've seen and heard certain works of theirs that were, for lack of a better word, underwhelming. It helps to remove this lens of perfection you might have. I know it definitely lets me know that even if what I make today isn't good, I would definitely make something as good as theirs, if not better. And well, yeah, this video is my addition to the countless videos talking about perfection in art. I can't yet boast of how these tips have helped me create the most wonderful artworks out there, since I'm not even an intermediate artist yet. But they have helped me get more comfortable with simply having fun. And I hope they help you too. If any of you have dealt with this problem of being paralyzed because of the desire to create perfect art, I'd love to hear how you overcame it as well. If you found this video in any way or form helpful, just post your doodle and tag me on Instagram or TikTok. I'd love to see them. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment in the comment section. With that said, drink some water and have a good day.